Calico, the Athletic. Coach, with the series being this tight, is it going to come offensive rebounds, turnovers, loose balls, and stuff like that?
Well, yeah, I mean, it usually always does. Tonight, especially in the first half, we had way too many turnovers. We had 14 turnovers and cost us 20 points. Took care of the ball the second half, and right there. So there's some things we can do. We can adjust some situations that we didn't do a real good job tonight. Not as good as they did, and I just thought we showed a lot of heart with a lot of diversity on the floor. Didn't give up, and they did what they're supposed to do. They won their 2 home games. Now, if we're good enough, we'll win our 2 home games and come back here for Game 5. But obviously, we're going to have to play a little bit better.
Anthony Slater with The Athletic. How big a problem is what Draymond Green's doing right now as a small ball center?
Well, it's always a problem. I mean, he's an all-star for a reason, and he's really good, and kind of a point guard at the center or forward position. And, he plays well. He's a heck of a player.
Mark Berman from Fox News. Could you talk about how James played second half, what you thought about what he went through after getting the injury?
Oh, he fought through some stuff. I mean, the guy, looked like he was, not in great shape the first half. I think he might have cleared up a little bit, but he got raked pretty good in the eyes. And but that's him. I mean, I didn't have a doubt he's coming back unless it was something catastrophic. So I'm sure he would have loved to have played better, but under the circumstances, I thought he played great. And we had our chances down toward the end. We were on 3 or 4 down, and they made big plays. We just didn't get it done.
Jonathan Fagan, Houston Chronicle. In that stretch you just alluded to, you're within 3, and then they score on about 4 or 5 straight possessions. Is it just their excellence, or are there things that you wanted to correct there that gave up some of those shots?
It's always a little bit of both. Kevin Durant one-on-one is one of the best scorers the league's ever seen, and he made some shots. I thought that overall we did a good job. It's like, if we have it back, it's like 4 or 5 plays that we just have to be more solid. We laid on a screen or they got threes, right? And we just got to do a better job, and we will. And like I said, we'll have to adjust some of the things that we do down the stretch and try to take the ball out of his hands. But, this is against a good team, good players, and they played well.
Colin Ward Henninger, CBSSports.com. Anytime a superstar goes out, it's obviously more difficult, but for the load that James carries for you guys, what's it like during those minutes when he's out and you're not sure if he's going to come back?
Well, it's tough sledding. A lot of what we do, but at the same time, I thought we did a good job of kind of righting the ship and give us a chance toward the end. It just means, Chris and Eric and those guys got to play a lot more minutes, but I thought we overcame that pretty well, as a matter of fact.
Wes Goldberg with Forbes. Was there an effort to get Clint Capella involved in the second half a little bit more than in the first half?
No, we do the same thing every time. And if they guard us a certain way where James and Chris feel that he's more open or whatever, they're just reading the play. And there's no, it's not, we don't target people. We have plays, we run them, and whoever's open just got to read it. And could be him, could be Eric, could be Gerald, or could be Austin. Whoever's open gets it, and they got to make a play.
Any other questions?
John Dickinson, 95.7 The Game. Mike, what do you think of the way the Warriors have defended the lob game, in particular with Capella? What have they done that's made that problematic for you guys?
Well, they're good at it because Draymond comes, he fakes it and goes back to Clint, and we probably have to go a little bit stronger to the rim and finish. They're smart. They play the in-between game pretty well, and Draymond's probably arguably the best defensive player in the league, and he's smart. And sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't. But again, there are some things that we can do, and we'll see on Saturday. So. Obviously, for us, that's the game. That's the whole, we got to go after Saturday.
Coach up the back, Martin Rogers, USA Today. Did you feel there was more clarity and consistency with how the game was called tonight? Obviously, there's a lot less questions about it.
Yeah, again, it's, these are good refs. They were good refs last game, and, we just had a few problems on a couple plays, but these guys are good, and that didn't determine they didn't determine anything. They just called the game the way it was, and it's good.
Thank you.
All right, guys.